Hey gamer girls, it's Gunty, and today we're talking about some awesome possible Bloodborne on PC news. But before we get into that, please consider subscribing to my channel. It costs you guys absolutely nothing, and honestly it makes my day every time you guys do. So please consider doing that. It'll put a big smile on my face, and with that, time to get back into the video. So Sony has recently announced their PlayStation on PC initiative. Basically, they're trying to do what Xbox kind of did, where they're going to be putting their games up on PC in their own storefront to be purchased and used on PC. So far, they've been showing off games that have already transitioned over from PlayStation exclusive to PC, such as Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and others. But I think Sony, what they're really trying to say is they want to bring more PS4 stuff and PS5 stuff to the PC. It's kind of how the trend's been going. Microsoft has been putting their exclusives on PC for a while now, and I'm assuming it's a big success since Sony is obviously following suit and doing the same thing. And I think, they really want to open the door for future releases of previously PS4 games. So games like Uncharted 4, which is coming to PC, and stuff like that, that's what they're really going to be pushing there. And I think this is part of an initiative since PlayStation has seen a big decrease in their software sales. I think they were down like 75% in the last quarter. Microsoft isn't seeing as much, so I think Sony is really going to push for PC moving forward. And from this, I think we're finally going to get Bloodborne on PC at some point. Now, if you don't know, Bloodborne runs at 30 FPS exclusively on PS4. You can play it on PS5, but again, it is still going to be locked to that 30 FPS, and it's very jarring and hard to play. Obviously, you can get used to it and you can play it. I've beaten it and played it on the PS5 after playing 60 FPS games for years, but it is still jarring. There's at least a half hour to an hour of gameplay where you're still not quite used to it. And when you leave from playing that 30 FPS to a game that is 60 or above, like 120, 165, it's jarring again to go back. And a lot of the issue on Bloodborne and its FPS has been that the physics are tied to the frame rate, and that's caused a lot of issues. And so far, that's been the main reason that Sony has given for why Bloodborne can't be remastered or ported, because of that issue. But we have seen in previous years that people have been making mods for Bloodborne on PS4, allowing it to run at 60 FPS. So clearly it can be done, and obviously it can be done. There's got to be a way. It can't be that hard. Gaming has figured out ways to do crazy things like put Doom on a toaster. We can definitely up the frame rate on Bloodborne. The thing is, I think Sony has been keeping the Bloodborne remaster and port in their back pocket. Obviously, Bloodborne is a huge game. It's probably the best received game of all time. I can't think of another game that is as loved as Bloodborne. I think it has the biggest following, the most passionate fans. People love Bloodborne. They want to see it. They're clamoring for a second one. They're clamoring to play it on different consoles, different platforms, and I think they're keeping it in their back pocket for a rainy day, because if they do re-release it on PC, it's going to be huge. And I think that's what we're looking at. I think Sony is kind of running out of options here. A lot of exclusives have been kind of canceled. There was supposed to be a Silent Hill PS5 exclusive. We've heard nothing about that. Konami doesn't seem to be doing anything with that. The Knights of the Old Republic remake is basically canceled. It's not going to happen. That was another big exclusive that was going to come to PS5, and I think they're running out of options to boost those software sales, and I think this is what they've been saving Bloodborne on PC for, and that they're going to push this new platform, their new storefront, with Bloodborne on PC at some point. And I think they're going to use that, and it's going to be huge, and everyone's going to love it. Hopefully it's not broken. But I think that's what we're looking at. That's what's going to be the future for Bloodborne going forward, and I'm really excited to see how this goes. But I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. We might not ever see Bloodborne on anything other than PS4 and PS5 at 30 FPS, but we'll see. I'm going to keep you guys posted on this. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you think Bloodborne's going to come out on PC or a remaster on PS5? Or do you think that's not going to happen and Bloodborne is just going to be dead in the water? But thanks for watching to the end of the video. Thank you guys. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.